Jeopardy! Why firing Mayim Bialik was an easy choice. Jeopardy! Producers are sharing why letting Mayim Bialik go from the hit game show was an easy choice. She came on board alongside former champion Ken Jennings to take over the reins from Alex Trebek. Yet, she was eventually no longer needed, but why was it a no-brainer? Keep reading for more details. Jeopardy! Why firing Mayim Bialik was an easy choice. When Alex Trebek was diagnosed with cancer in 2019, he tried his very best to stick with Jeopardy. He did not want anyone to think he was sick, so he stayed until his passing in 2020. That was when the hunt was on for a new host who could not fill his shoes but honor him and do him justice. Many people guest hosted in the hopes they would get the coveted position, but in the end, it came down to two people. Now, Mike Richards, the show's former EP, was initially set to replace Alex. Unfortunately, some offensive podcast comments he had made in the past resurfaced, and he lost the gig. That was when Ken Jennings, who was a show champ, and Mayim Bialik stepped up. She was not only an acclaimed actress, but also a neuroscientist. They took turns and switched when it came to special events such as Tournament of Champions and Celebrity Jeopardy. Then, the writer's strike happened in 2023 and Mayim stepped down in solidarity. The SAG-AFTRA followed, leaving Ken on his own. That was when it was clear they needed just one host. According to AV Club, with Mayim Bialik being gone, Ken Jennings was able to hone his skills as a solo host. The producers saw that he was perfectly fine on his own and they did not need a two-host system. Producer Michael Davis shared this. As time went on, we started to hear more from our television stations that they were starting to see Ken was making a lot of progress as he got more attempts. And then Mayim, which was absolutely her right, elected not to cross the picket line during the SAG-AFTRA strike. And as Ken got more reps, I think he got better and he earned the job. Mayim did not have to leave. Though Mayim Bialik wanted to be with her people and not cross picket lines, she was covered as a game show host. It is allegedly in a different contract than SAG-AFTRA, but Mayim has been an actress since she was a child. She starred in the film Beaches and hit television shows such as Blossom, The Big Bang Theory, and Call Me Kat. So, it does make sense why she would honor her fellow writers and actors over a genre she was fairly new to. Though those at Jeopardy have nothing but praise for Mayim. She was not happy with how it ended. More so, she posted her firing possibly before she had permission. Sony has informed me that I will no longer be hosting the syndicated version of Jeopardy. Producers had wanted to keep the door open for her to return, but it is unclear if that will happen. Viewers were skeptical of Ken Jennings at first. However, they grew to appreciate him and what he has done for the game show. As for Mayim, they did struggle with her inability to connect with contestants. Do you think letting Mayim go was the best decision for Jeopardy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In the world of television, few shows carry the iconic weight of Jeopardy. It's a trivia titan, a legacy of intellect and tradition. So when Mayim Bialik was tapped to co-host, the decision felt like a gamble, one rooted more in star power than staying true to the show's essence. Sure, Bialik brought brains to the stage. She's a neuroscientist, after all. But brains alone don't guarantee the right fit. Hosting Jeopardy requires a rare blend of neutrality, sharp pacing, and subtle charisma. Fans want the host to disappear into the rhythm of the game, not steal the spotlight. And here's where the disconnect began. Critics and longtime viewers often pointed out that Bialik's style was overly formal, sometimes awkwardly timed, and lacked the effortless flow that Trebek once made look easy. Then there was the growing chemistry and consistency of Ken Jennings. A former contestant turned host, he understood the game from both sides. His delivery was smooth, his connection with contestants felt genuine, and most importantly, audiences embraced him as Jeopardy, his natural heir. Behind the scenes, producers likely saw what viewers felt. When Jennings was at the helm, the show worked. Ratings reflected it. Online chatter backed it. And the nostalgia factor? Off the charts.